Hi guys, welcome to GameTalk Lille against Ajax, Europa League. The match we're all waiting for. It happened today, and what a match it was. Papimento, welcome. 1-2.
Thanks, man. Sorry, what did you say?
1-2, man. We won the game.
1-2, yeah. God damn. That took a while before it got 1-2, but yeah, stressful game. Happy with the result, of course, and I'm so happy a team like this gets it like this, you know, like a Getafe-style team just gets, I don't know if the ref was right about the penalty, but it was deserved for Ajax.
We will talk about the penalty in a minute. Let's start with let's go all the way back. Let's go chronological as far as we can go. The first 11, Ten Hag. What do you think of that?
The most logical choice you could have done. I think all the fans were saying the same thing beforehand. It was also the team we saw against PSV, I think, in the cup, which played excellent. We knew it.
Except for Haller.
Except for Haller, of course, yeah. So Tadic went to the 9th position, and we played with Neres on the side. But I must say, I was impressed with the calmness in the first half. Like, they got the order from Ten Hag not to go all out. Maybe a little bit too much respect for the opponent, but it worked out well for us in the end. There are some key players in that first half that really stood out. Some others that didn't have the best game. Like, for instance, for me in the first half, Klaassen and Neres were one of the worst. And I think Martinez, Timber, one of the best. So I really liked the Martinez. I don't think Martinez is going to be a bench player anymore after his recent performances. Because he's been too great and too good in the back to be benched anymore.
So look, the first 20 minutes of the game, a bit boring, you could say, if you're not really a fan of either one of those teams. If you're looking at the match as a neutral fan, but it was really a European game. You know, you see that Ajax is very aware of the strength of Lille. You see Lille also. We're not gonna, go all out. We're waiting for the mistakes of Ajax. So the first 20 minutes, not a lot of things happening. Ajax actually didn't even come to the attacking third of Lille. But then Ajax started getting a little bit more grip during the game until the end, I think. And at the end, we became a little bit sloppy, just like one or two passes, and you saw directly how dangerous they can be. You know, I think Bamba one time penetrated the box on the side, leaving Martinez behind him, but it didn't result in a shot or anything like that. But the thing I'm trying to say is, as far as I go, if I look at the game, I thought Ajax was very mature. I really like the way they went into the game. It's a first leg, so you don't go all out. It seems like Ten Hag maybe also learned from past European experiences. So just play your game, but be sensible. And I think our back line, including even the players on the midfield, Blind and Alvarez, they did really a good job. And I don't think not only in the first half, but also in the second half, they were so instrumental to keep having that patience, So I want to ask you something. Going into the second half, you saw a slightly different game.
Yeah, I mean, Ajax started very well in the second half. Very attacking.
Not very attacking, but better.
Yeah, they were better on the ball, and they were not losing the ball so much. Even Neres was making sensible decisions, not losing the ball in the midfield. So everybody started playing a little bit stronger, and you noticed that in the game. Look, I think we were two sides of a coin, right? The referee today was terrible, to be honest. Shouldn't
terrible.
You
can use another word. You can use another word if you want to.
Pathetic.
Useless.
I mean, no, that referee shouldn't be refereeing any Europa League matches or Champions League matches. But today it worked out in our favor with the penalty. Even though people are saying it's not a penalty, I do believe it's a penalty because you see him pushing Tagliafico with his hand.
Look, when you talk about him, we're talking about Renato Sanchez, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of people look at the legs. Yeah, even the pundits were looking at how Tagliafico planted his legs, and you can say, okay, this is maybe not really a penalty, but a lot of people
when you look at the arm,
they don't see the arm.
when you put the arm and you push it from the side, of course you're going to go out of balance. So yeah, it's a penalty for me. But I want to go.
Once the VAR came in and he told the ref to go and watch the penalty, I thought, oh no, this doesn't look good. But luckily he gave it to us. Yeah. So, but look, apart from going to the 1-1, let's start a little bit first. The goal we conceded, because we're jumping a little bit ahead.
I know, but the goal that we conceded is a mistake from Tagliafico. He didn't pass correctly to Stekelenburg. Stekelenburg didn't have the time to correct his mistake, and it was a goal. It's a mistake. I mean, can't do much about it. But it's not that Lille was so good.
Can I ask you something? Okay. So
I wasn't impressed with Lille, by the way, because before the game I was really expecting like a 50-50, but on the ball I thought they were very weak, very organized, yes, very physical, yes, a lot of speed, yes, but on the ball I wasn't impressed at all.
You were expecting a little bit more from the number one of France.
Of France, yeah, I did. I thought Ajax was the better team, and the better players were on Ajax side. And if you look at the possession also in the first half, 79 possession for Ajax, 29%, 71, yeah, and 29% for Lille. So that says enough, I would say.
Look, coming back, because you're jumping ahead a little bit too much. Let's focus a little bit on the ball that Tagliafico played to Stekelenburg, because I had a question about that.
Sure.
Do you think he was coached properly? Because that's the thing that's now in my head. If the goalie, Stekelenburg, or somebody else coaches Tagliafico properly, he doesn't give the ball back. Or do you think it's Tagliafico's fault?
It's Tagliafico's fault. I don't think he touched the ball properly. Maybe a little bit too early or something, but it didn't have the speed to get to Stekelenburg. But like, you see somebody in your back, so it's going to be a risky pass to give that pass to the keeper. You can also decide just to play it out. I know it's not the Ajax system, but he's an Argentinian, so I expect him to know he has that option,
Yeah, all right. So we were talking about the penalty. It's a penalty for you. Then Tadic takes the penalty. Good penalty, 1-1. Look, at that time, I mean, apart from the fact you can argue about the penalty, it was a fair result. I mean, we deserved to make a goal. We were the better team, right?
Yeah, I agree. Let me see. I just don't know, because you saw there was getting more room in the second half. I don't know. It's because Lille couldn't walk it all or run the lines anymore they needed to, but you saw that Ajax was getting more control over the game, and the gaps were getting too big between the lines. So then it becomes really
pass more easily towards each other.
Yeah, exactly, and it's harder for them to get the ball and press us out of the ball if there's so much distance between the players.
Yeah.
So it was getting more to Ajax, but that I do get pissed that even Ajax was the dominant team. It's Lille that gets ahead first. That's something to be worried about.
Yeah.
But now, we won 2 goals away. That's a great perspective for next week.
Absolutely. So still, I want to talk to you about the last goal that we made. But before I do, the goal scorer, controversial.
Brobbey.
He gets in, Brobbey. A lot of people also on Twitter, a lot of fans thinking, why does Ten Hag give Brobbey the chance to come in if he's not extending his contract? Why surpass him for other players who are with Ajax? But he comes in and he scores.
Yeah, he scores. He has the speed. I know he scores, and I'm grateful for him scoring for Ajax. But this is also a player that leaves Ajax for nothing, okay? And we have nothing of benefit of him leaving. We're not gaining anything. And he's been with us since the youth. So for me, it's a bad message to the team, especially to Traore and other players that do want to stay at Ajax and develop. So he was important, but it doesn't justify for me him coming over Traore, for instance.
Well, look, this is one way of looking at it, and a lot of fans would agree with you. But there is also another, side to the coin, and the other side to the coin is what Ten Hag said. He's still part of the group. He still has a contract until the end of the summer. If he can be of of an impactful player for us, and if he can help us, which he did today, he's still valuable for the team.
Yeah. Yeah, and to be honest, that goal was a perfect assist from Klaassen, right? The only thing he did right the whole game, because I was really freaking getting annoyed with him. But thank God he did something right. And Broby finished it. I was happy. I'm happy. I mean, even though it's Broby, I'm happy.
You don't look happy. You don't look happy.
No. I'm just pissed that a player like that that is leaving us is getting into the pitch. That pisses me off. But for the rest, happy he scored, happy Ajax won, and this gets us a step closer to the next round, then. That's what you want, right?
So there were a lot of good players today. I think you would agree with me on that one. I want your man of the match because you have to pick one, and you can also give me some mentions, honorary mentions of other players that stood out for you.
Yeah, Martinez was the man of the match, no doubt. I loved everything he did today. Like, okay, he had some beauty mistakes here and there, not perfect, but wow, he was the best at Ajax.
He's really a commanding presence, right, at the back. He has so much calmness, composure on and off the ball. He organizes things. It's really a type of defender that you want.
Exactly, and it's not only that, Juan. Here we listen to all these Dutch pundits, and they're always talking about Blind can pass, Blind can. Martinez was giving passes like he was Blind today.
Yeah,
like he can do it. So there should be no reason for him to be on the bench anymore.
Okay, I just want two more things from you before we end.
No, just wait.
Yeah,
our honorary mentions, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jurien Timber was an honorary mention. I really thought he was very strong. We were discussed before the game that he might be too short for the central position, but the way he plays it and his positioning and on the ball, how calm he is, how he didn't make a mistake. He was really good today, and I commend that, especially for such a young player. Wrench needs a bit, but I'm gonna give him the mention because he's so young. And great start for him.
Listen, not only young, Wrench, this was his first European game.
Yeah.
And he just turned 18.
Yeah, and he's not even a first 11 player for Ajax. So, yeah, just an honorary mention that he did okay. Do I expect more from that position? Yes. But for his capabilities at the moment, I'm very happy with what he did. And Blind was an honorary mention. I think Tadic's second half was an honorary mention. Anthony Neres were great.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, Alvarez was always in the good position. I was kind of scared in the beginning because he got the yellow card, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't manage to get himself in other problems during the match. So
yeah, he was very mature as well. How he played that game at the end.
Very good, and he was everywhere we needed him to be. Man, the cartel, I love it, man. Seriously, that shouldn't be touched anymore.
Yeah.
The only thing we have to consider is when Gravenberch is back, who goes on the bench.
Exactly. That would be my question too. But I also want to mention that, look, I know Lille also misses a couple of players, but let's be honest. We miss Onana. We miss Mazraoui today. We miss Gravenberch today. And we don't have Haller in the Europa League. Those are 4 starters.
And you're missing one very important player.
Who is that?
Kudus.
Yeah, no, but
Kudus
coming back from an injury. No, okay, but he's coming back from an injury.
His skill and quality, that's also going to be very hard for Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Because who are you going to take out if he's top fit? Gravenberch, Kudus? I don't think he will take out Blind or Klaassen. It's going to be
but I think it will take some time first before Kudus is really match fit and can play 90 minutes. So we have to.
If I see Klaassen play today, except for that one pass he gave, I think Kudus could have done better. Seriously.
Okay. All right. Listen. So this is a very good. We're not there yet, of course, but it's 2-1 away game. If we play like we play today, if we are sensible and we play the way we're supposed to play, we shouldn't get into problems because I don't know if Lille is going to attack next week.
Of course, they have to.
No, exactly. But
look, if we show the same patience as today, if they're holding back, we keep the ball in the back, playing it around. If they start pressing, we start moving. That's what they did a lot today, and I love that. You know, no, we don't come here to play your style. No, you play our style. I love that.
Good. Listen, final thoughts from you. Anything you want to add?
Good team performance. Expected a different scoreline because I said 2-3. So I'm actually pretty happy with the scoreline. 1-2, 2 goals away. You're a really good setup for next week. I don't think Ajax is going to give this away, especially when I saw the quality of Lille. So I'm very positive.
And with Gravenberg being available next week, how should Ten Hag solve this issue? Because this team was good today.
This team was great today, but maybe you can just put Gravenberg on the 10th position inside of Klaassen.
I don't think Ten Hag will do that.
I know he won't do that, but that's what I would do.
But he should not put Blind at the back, right?
Juan, tell me, what did you see Klaassen do besides the pass?
Listen.
What did he do? Seriously.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm talking now about Gravenberg has to come in, but I don't think he will put him on the number 10 position. So if he comes in, do you think Ten Hag will shift Blind to the back again?
For who? I don't. If he benches Martinez, I'm gonna be pissed. It's gonna be a reflect on his grade as well. Like even now, subbing in Broby gave him a 5. Just imagine benching Martinez.
All right. Listen, thank you so much. Guys, I can feel it, man. I can. You want to subscribe.